Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, we're going to be getting to the root and the core of our beliefs about money. I believe that this video can really allow us to let go of those limiting beliefs, really start to insert how we prefer to be, and really then from that point become the best version of ourselves. So realize that before I get into this guided meditation, that our beliefs are creating our reality, that our beliefs are shaping the way that we see the world, and when we get to the core of what we believe to be true, that's when the true change can really happen. You may find that you may want more money, you may desire more of it, but that if you do it from a point to where you don't believe you are worthy of it, you don't believe it can actually happen, at the subconscious level, that will always hold you back from actually experiencing it. So the key to this is becoming aware of those subconscious beliefs, and that the moment we bring the subconscious into the conscious, then we can actually change it. But as long as it's on autopilot, it'll be something that continues to perpetuate itself over and over. So what we're about to do is get into a meditation exercise to where we become very present to the moment. What I'm going to then do is guide you to certain memories that you have around money, really learning and understanding this process for letting them go, and then from that point of view, being able to feel into who you prefer to be. Let's right now take a deep breath in and out together, and what we're gonna do is breathe in, breathe out, and bring the awareness into our hands, into our feet, into our body, and that will help us get to a deeper level of brainwave activity, become more feeling than thinking. This isn't just a mental process, and then we'll be able to really absorb these ideas. So right now with me, let's take a deep breath in through our nose and breathe from our diaphragm. So right now, one breath. Breathe it out, and as you breathe it out, bring the awareness into your hands. Simply feel and bring the awareness there. And as you do that, then bring the awareness into your chest. Simply think about feeling from your chest. Bring the awareness into your stomach. Now you can feel the sensation in your left leg and foot, your right leg and foot. And let's take in one more deep breath together. So simply breathe it out, and once again bring the awareness into your body, and realize that as you are doing this right now, you are slowing your mind down. You are allowing yourself to become more present to the moment so that you can really absorb these ideas I share with you. Now, realize that your beliefs are creating your kind of experiences. That what you experience on the outer world is a reflection of what you believe to be true about yourself. Now, what I'm going to ask you to do is to look at certain memories that you have around money. As I ask you these questions, become very aware of what it feels like when you think about these memories. Become very aware of the awareness around why those beliefs are there, and as you begin to do that, you'll notice that you begin to observe it from a new point of view. So right now, finish this sentence. Money comes blank. How does money come for you? Does it come easily? Does it come with resistance? Do you have to try very hard? Does money come and go? Ask yourself the question. How does money come to you? How do you view money? As you look at these perspectives that you have, you may notice that if you have any limitation with seeing money as something that goes to rich people, and rich people don't have integrity, or they had to work the system in a weird way in order to get it, as you start to look at these beliefs, ask yourself the question, what would I have to believe is true in order to have this kind of perspective? What kind of memories do I have from the past that are related to money? Start to just ask yourself the question. As you ask that question, what would I have to believe is true in order to have this experience, your brain will start to look through the memories of the past of what that could have been. Now ask yourself the question, what memories do I have that's tied to money? You may find that you have a memory of when you were young and you were talking to your parents about something you wanted and that your parents told you that you couldn't have it because they didn't have the money. You may have remembered that you were driving along the street and you passed a very nice house and your dad made a remark about that kind of person that probably lives there because they have that kind of house. As you start to ask this question, you'll start to then become aware of whatever beliefs are there. Now, if you don't have that exact experience, it's okay. Simply become aware of what you believe to be true. You may believe that money just doesn't come to you very often, that you aren't even worthy of it. And as you start to become aware of what that is, that's the first part of the process. Now what I'm going to ask you to do is to simply decide that that memory, that belief no longer serves you. This is a simple conscious choice. If you have a memory of your parents treating you a certain way with the idea of money or not letting you have it or telling you that there's just not enough of it to go around or it doesn't grow on trees, simply become aware that that belief has been on autopilot for however many years up until this point. That belief served you in keeping yourself safe or in keeping the way you saw the world the way that it was. But that from this point of view now, we are simply going to decide that that is not who we prefer to be. So what you can do now is to simply recognize that it no longer serves you and that you're going to let it go. You can even use a visualization for this, for visualizing yourself letting those beliefs go. Imagine you have those beliefs and pieces of paper right now. You are holding up these pieces of paper. You are knowing that these were something that were a part of your life up until this point. You're simply deciding to let them go. And as you let go of these pieces of paper, you are now letting go of these limiting beliefs of who you thought you were. Now realize that from this point going forward, that is no longer who you are. Anytime these beliefs come up again, because there will still be a little bit of an echo of that old state of being, what you can simply decide to do is that it no longer is representative of who you are. You can become aware of those thoughts, and because you are aware of them, you have brought the subconscious into the conscious. You are now aware of it. So simply decide that when it comes up again, you're going to simply let it go. Now the next part of this process is conditioning ourselves for the feeling of what we prefer and the beliefs that we prefer to have about money. So I want you now to imagine you doing exactly what you want to be doing for a living. You really living your passion. And if you don't know exactly what that is right now, that's okay. But simply think of the most exciting thing that you could be doing, that you could be making money. It could be you traveling and you writing about your traveling and what you're doing. It could be you playing a certain sport, an instrument, being a teacher, being somebody that does art and being an artist, being somebody that's a music producer. Whatever it is, start to visualize yourself as if you're doing it now. View it through your own eyes. Now, as you begin to do this, imagine and look at the way that you carry yourself. Start to see your body language. Start to see the way you interact with other people. What kind of beliefs do you have about money when you think of this version of you doing what you love to do? You may notice that this version of you is passionate about what they do. You may notice that this version of you has a belief about money that if you are doing what you love to do, that will be representative in the form of the abundance of who you are, of you sharing that energy with the world. That as you are yourself 100%, you are doing other people a service because you are then encouraging them to become the best versions of themselves and to live their own passion. Now, as you see what your beliefs about money are, how does that money come to you? Does it come through different avenues of helping other people? Maybe you open up opportunities from yourself that then people are able to give back to you. Maybe you see that you're an artist and you paint beautiful pictures, and as you are doing that, there are people online that buy your products. How does that feel to be doing what you love for a living and to be getting compensated for it? Does that money come easily? And how does that money come to you? But more importantly, how does that feel? Not so much the mental process, but how does that feel in your body to have that kind of freedom, to know that you are supported with your passion and you are supported because there is always enough to go around. What you can then begin to do is to realize that there is no more competition with money. It is more about being creative in knowing that there is enough to go around. That you are able to have this new kind of perspective, and you know now that you don't have less because somebody else has more. You can start to look at other people that have an abundance of money and be grateful and know that if they have it, you can have it as well. You can know that as you take action with your passion, you will start to see more and more opportunities open up for you to then have ways of being supported in financial ways. Start to know that from this point going forward, you are an abundant person, and anytime lack comes up, realize that you are getting an abundance of lack. So the funny part of this is that there is only abundance, and anytime lack comes up, it's coming from focus, it's coming from paying attention to what's not already there. It comes from selective focus and some type of belief. Be grateful that it is there, and then you can simply choose who you prefer to be. There is abundance all around you, and as you start to really wire in this awareness, it can profoundly change your life in powerful ways. As you start to understand and feel into you doing what you love for a living, feel into the kind of beliefs that you have in that best version of yourself imagination exercise that we just did, and you'll find that you start to connect to that feeling more and more. So with knowing all of these, when you come out of this meditation, simply know that this is who you are now. As you begin to act in accordance with this version of yourself, you're going to be conditioning yourself for this new state of being. And if the old state of being creeps up, if the old thought patterns creep up, if the old beliefs creep up, simply become aware of them and then decide to let them go, and then take action from the new place and state of being that you prefer. From this point going forward, you are a new person. You don't have to connect to your past except for to realize that you can let it go, you can be who you prefer to be, and realize that abundance is your natural state of being. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you guys on the next vid. Peace, much love, namaste. All right, bye.